Hi, this is Winged, and I'm here to speak about our introduction to Satan. One evening, again, we were sitting on the couch in the living room, and Eagle again said that there is deception in existence, that there's someone that is again deliberately deceiving and trying to control and manipulate the process of oneness and equality of life, bringing everything and everyone to one dimension on this earth to experience themselves and realize themselves as who they are. So it was Satan, and Satan came came in, and I went out, and he blacked out the entirety of the dimensions, and he challenged Eagle. And he said to Eagle, the dimensions no longer exist, and I have now taken control of all of the dimensions, which he did. What he basically did was he froze everyone. He contained all of the interdimensional existence into this metallic outline framework. So everyone just froze. It was dark, black. You could see nothing. All that you knew was, I'm here, don't know where, just completely blacked out. So for a moment we all literally disappeared. And so Satan challenged Eagle and said to Eagle, you will stop what you are doing, and because creation and existence is mine, and I will do with it as I please. And if you don't stop, I will do what is necessary to be done. And I've now taken control over and of the dimensions. It's mine. So Eagle just patiently sat there, and he said to Satan, well, Satan, you don't have any way out anymore, do you? And Satan says, what do you mean? So Eagle says, well, you're not able to leave this body because you're stuck in it. And so Satan said, no, I'm able to leave anytime I wish. I'm going to leave now. The dimensions are mine. You leave it alone. And so Satan tried to leave, but he couldn't, because the interdimensional portal placement within it as a human physical body was set up in such a way that no dimensional being is able to leave unless they have applied forgiveness and chose life as oneness and equality. And so Satan couldn't leave. So Satan says, well, then I will remain in this physical body until this body dies, and I will just sit here right on this couch, and the dimensions is mine. I'm staying here. So Eagle said, right, it's fine. I'll sit here with you. I don't mind. I'm able to sit here infinitely, if you really wish to do so. Wing doesn't have a problem. She'll stay in the dimensions, and I would. I don't have a situation with it whatsoever. And so Satan sat there, and Eagle was just calm. And so Satan and Eagle started communicating, and Satan started wondering. He looked at everything, he said, I don't really want to stay here in this body and sit here for the rest of this body's life experience on earth. And so Eagle and Satan communicated a bit further, and eventually Satan applied forgiveness, and Eagle supported Satan through the process of forgiveness, and Satan chose life. And Satan released the dimensional existence. Now, Satan was here for about 20, 25, 30 minutes, as Eagle communicated with Satan, directing Satan appropriately, so Satan can understand himself in terms of what it is that he's accepting and allowing to be done, and that there's really no way out, and that in fact, you can't really choose who you are because you are it already. But, if you really want to experience the consequences, then it's up to you. So, Satan inevitably applied forgiveness, heard Eagle, and in that moment he realized himself as life. And in that moment he understood it. He understood himself as life. He understood what he's accepted and allowed. He understood who he really is. And so, as I've said, he released the dimensions, released everyone else, and the blackout discontinued, and everything was back to normal. And then Satan left, and he also went through his processes of forgiveness and corrective application in the dimensions, which we still have. So every time a being crosses over, they go through many, many, many processes in heaven, which everyone in the dimensions have gone through since the beginning, since the portal opened. So just assist and support yourself in terms of being able to assist here practically, and supporting human beings as yourself, as one. So that everything can stop. And so that's how we got introduced to Satan, and how he blacked out the dimensions in one moment. Nothing else existed. Dimensions literally disappeared in that moment. And that's how Satan and Eagle continued to communicate, and how Satan, as a system, chose life, chose himself through forgiveness and corrective application. And he also went through all the processes, and at the moment he's still here, still with the process, and he's now actually with the children. He's experiencing himself with the children and assisting and supporting them. It was so cute because Satan was playing with the little children in the dimensions when I got there one day, and he was a little devil baby, this little Satan baby, with the little baby, red, with his little horns and his little fork and a little red tail with a little diaper on. He was playing with the children. It was so adorable. And the children enjoy him so much. He's a magnificent being, very gentle. It's not the Satan that you'd hear about in stories or in books or anything of human beings' definition of Satan. He's a being with the name Satan, and that's it. The name, no reference to any definition, or the name, no reference to the being of who he is. And that's how we meet Satan. And through Satan, we got to the devil. So in my next interview, I will discuss the devil. Thank you very much. This is Winged.